When you think about who God is, what comes to your mind? What do you picture? Is God some old man with a gray beard and a walking stick? Is he maybe like sitting on a soft, cushiony cloud far up in the sky somewhere, but barely involved in your life? When you think of God, do you think that he's a loving God? Do you view him as a God who is creator and in control of everything? This week, we're starting a new series called Star of Bethlehem. We're going to look at who God really is. And today, we're going to see that God is for you. He's right there with you, no matter where you are. So let's go to this week's episode of Star of Bethlehem.
Welcome to Bethlehem, Texas. You've come at the right time. In fact, it's the most exciting time of the year here in Bethlehem. That's because it's almost Christmas. You probably noticed we share our name with the place where Christmas began. Every year, people come from miles around to hear us tell the story of that other Bethlehem, the more famous Bethlehem. And every year, it goes off without a hitch, except for that year. The year of what some still call the Great Christmas Disaster. The year it seemed our story, the great story of that very first Christmas, might not get told at all. And what happened? And now I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Why don't I start where all the best stories do? At the beginning.
Attention, everyone!
Are these the Christmas decorations you wanted, Miss Frost?
John Jr., stop chasing Ashley. You are a chicken. Find your nest and sit. Ashley, darling, fix your halo. Mary, where's my Mary? Great, we've lost our Mary. Joseph, anyone seen Joseph? Ah, good, Gabe is here. We have our Joseph. Everybody, get where you can see me and hear me. Olivia, would you be a dear? Go find Noelle. Tell her to hurry up. We can't start without our Mary.
Sure, Miss Frost.
Ashley, darling, let me help you. Oh, I didn't see you, sorry.
Great. I made one mistake. Now I get to spend my Christmas break doing community service as a junior assistant. I mean, who wants to be a glorified gopher? I mean, sure, it was a big mistake. But still. Well, we're getting ready to start. Noelle?
Okay. Cow, sheep. Now, your part is just as important as any other part, so I want you to really feel it. Be the cow, be the sheep.
Yeah, be the cow, be the sheep.
Your attention, please. This is our final dress rehearsal. That means this is our last chance to get it right before our big opening tomorrow night.
Stop it, Brody.
Brody, that will be enough.
Well, are you in here? Noelle?
So, are you ready to give it your all?
Yes,
Mrs. Frost.
Brody?
Yes, Miss Frost.
Okay. Everyone in their places? Let the dress rehearsal begin. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
Listen, Gabe, I know you have a lot on your mind with the play, but I was wondering if you could keep an eye out for me backstage. Thank you, Gabe. You're such a steady, dependable boy. Mr. Nickel, our storyteller.
Mrs. Frost, Looks like you have a great cast of kids this year.
Oh, we do. We really do. Especially our Mary. Noelle Green is playing her this year, and she really is perfect for it. You're going to love her.
Well, you know how to pick them. Guess I better get to my spot.
Aha, there you are. Is Noelle ready?
About that. Noelle isn't here.
Well, of course she's here. She's our Mary.
I looked everywhere, Miss Frost. I'm telling you, she's not here.
Oh, it's Noelle. Hello, Noelle, honey, where are you? Oh, hello, Mrs. Green. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you sure? You know, sometimes these things pass quickly. The flu. Yes, I've heard that's going around. Well, you tell Noelle that we'll be praying she gets well. Oh, no, don't you worry. We'll be just fine here. Thank you. Goodbye, Mrs. Green.
So, Noelle,
Has the flu.
isn't there some kind of, I don't know, backup plan?
Her understudy, Jenna, who also has the flu. This can't be happening. Olivia, dear, you could play Mary.
Hey, I know. Let's look at the cast list. There's probably an angel or a sheep who could fill in.
The others already have their parts. Olivia, please, it has to be you.
It can't be me. I've messed up. I figure God's got to be pretty mad at me right now. So I can't play the mother of God's son.
You'll be fine. And we'll have to do something about that hair, though.
But to do my community service, I'm supposed to be your junior assistant.
Olivia, the best way that you can assist me right now is by playing the part of Mary. Without her, we don't have a show. Will you do it?
Hey, you should leave people alone.
Lighten up. Just having fun.
Well, knock it off.
Why? 'Cause she's the star? Oh, wait. I'm the star. You hear that, everyone? I'm the star. Get out of my way, Shepherd.
Quiet, Brody. We're about to start.
So, you're playing Mary now?
Yeah, I know. Bad idea, right?
Doesn't seem like such a bad idea to me. You're gonna do fine.
Hope you're right. Okay, God. I know we don't talk much, but I just want to say, I don't know how this happened. I mean, every little girl in this town grows up hoping to play Mary. I'm such a mess right now. So out of everyone, I don't know how it ended up being me. And well, I'm sorry about that. But I'll try really hard to get this right. How am I gonna do this? I could single-handedly ruin this entire town's Christmas tradition. God, please help me. Nice, Olivia. Asking God for help, like he's even gonna hear you.
Is everyone in their places? Okay, let the dress rehearsal begin. Storyteller, take it away.
Welcome to Bethlehem, Texas. Folks around here call me the storyteller. And there's one story I like to tell more than any other. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking our story begins long ago in that town that shares our name. You're thinking of that famous starry night in that more famous Bethlehem. And sure, I understand why you would think that. But if you'll lean in a little, I'll tell you a big secret. Our story really begins long before that. Our story begins at the beginning, at the very beginning of history. You see, God always had a plan to fix our broken relationship with Him. And He didn't keep His plan a secret either. He talked about it from the very beginning. You ought to read the whole thing. It's all really good. But for now, we'll just pick it up. Right about here. Long ago, in a town called Nazareth, there lived a girl named Mary. Mary was happy when she was finally old enough to get married. She became engaged to a man named Joseph. One day, an angel appeared and told Mary she was one of God's favorite people. The angel said God had chosen Mary to have a very special baby. The baby would be God's son.
Me? God's favorite? That's not possible. This is a big mistake.
At first, Mary didn't understand how this could possibly happen since she was not even married yet. She wondered how God could trust her with such an important role. The angel told Mary that God chose her because she had found great favor with God. God was for her and would help her live out His great plan. Mary took all of this in and treasured it in her heart.
Wait. Mary was a part of God's plan? So He went and asked her to do something this important, to be the mother of God's son, just to watch her fail, right?
God didn't pick Mary to make a fool of her. God was for her. He chose her because He loved her, faults, mistakes, and all. He wanted her to succeed. He was cheering for her, and all of this was for her.
God did all this for her. For me. God is for me, not against me.
So Mary knew that God was for her, and even though it might be hard sometimes, God would be with her, helping her always. So Mary responded with her whole heart.
Lord, I'm yours. I know you are with me and for me. Let everything you said about me come true.
All of this was very strange to Joseph.
You ready?
Sure, I'm ready.
God did all this for her. For me. God is for me, not against me. So, if God was cheering for Mary, does that mean He's cheering for me too? Come on, you have a part to play.
We saw today that Olivia couldn't believe that she was given the lead role in the play. After all, she was only there because she got into trouble, and helping out with this play was actually part of her community service. See, Olivia thought that she was a mess up and figured that because of that, God was mad at her too. And that God was mad at everything that she had done. So why would God allow her to take over the lead role in this play, which happened to be Mary, the mother of Jesus? She just couldn't understand why. But through playing Mary, she realized that no matter what she did, God was for her. He was on her side and He loved her no matter what. And I don't know about you guys, but that was huge for me. There was actually a time in my life a while back where I was a little bit of a troublemaker. And now I know some of you are like, no way, Nick, you seem like some sort of angel and I can see that halo over your head. But the reality was, I was constantly doing the wrong things and making terrible decisions. And I remember thinking that God must be so angry with me and the decisions that I'm making, that He was probably fed up with me. I remember thinking to myself, God probably has had enough and He's just going to give up on me. And that was a really scary thought for me because I thought at the time that I would have to go through this life all by myself on my own because God was just simply too mad at me and didn't want anything to do with me. But then I read this verse that changed everything for me. It says in Numbers 14:18, the Lord is slow to anger and filled with unfailing love, forgiving every kind of sin and rebellion. You see, guys, God isn't some angry, wrathful God who's just waiting for you to mess up and looking down on you and going, striking you with lightning just because you made a mistake. He's slow to anger. He's filled with love. God is on your side. He's cheering for you to get things right in your life because he wants what's absolutely best for you. And when you make mistakes or you mess up or you make bad choices, it's so easy to think that God is going to be mad at you and disappointed with you. Now, if you find yourself thinking that about God, here's what I want you to do instead. Picture him with love, saying to you, cheering you on, saying, I want you to get that right because I love you and I'm for you and I have awesome things in store for you. So come on, let's get this. That's the way God is. He just wants us to get these things right because simply it's better for you. So whether you've lied to someone or talked behind someone's back or cheated on a test, whatever that may look like in your life, know that God is for you and he wants you to get it right because it's better for you. You'll see things happen the way God intended when you start to get those things right. Look at what it also says in Romans 8:31 and 32. So what do you think? With God on our side like this, how can we lose? If God didn't hesitate to put everything on the line for us, embracing our condition and exposing himself to the worst by sending his own son, is there anything else he wouldn't gladly and freely do for us? I pray that you will get this and that you'll know this, that God is on your side and God is for you and God loves you and desires for you to live the life that he intended for you to live, because that life is a life better than any we could try to live out on our own. So join up with God and let him lead you and guide you to live out the life that he intended for you.